Hey guys, this is Balu from Balu Prime and once again welcome you all back for an exciting tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how we can create this kind of motion graphics which is like making a text revolve around the earth animations in Adobe After Effects using Element 3D plugin easily. So hope you guys will find this tutorial useful, but before going to that, if you end up liking this video, please click on that like button to share this content, and if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing my channel and support me. And by the way, if you like short 3D simulation videos, you can check out my second channel, link in the description. So now without any further ado, let's start today's video. So here we are in After Effects. Now let's start this by creating a new composition. So further click on this new composition, come to this preset options. Here I will be selecting this HD1080, which is a full HD resolution with a frame rate of 30 and duration of 16 seconds. Hit OK. Now let's add a solid layer for Element 3D. So go to this layer options, new, create a solid. Let me rename this as element, make it of comp size and hit OK. So now come to this effects and presets panel. If you're not finding this panel here, go to this window and enable effects and presets and look for element. So let me search element here. So now select this element and drop it onto this element layer. Now click on the scene setup button. So here we got a new window open to work in Element 3D. So first let's start by creating earth. So further click on this create button, select the sphere. So if I zoom in, you can see the edges are not in spherical or not smooth. So let me increase the segments value to 32. Fine. And let me increase the scaling to 110. So for your information, we will get a free plugin from Video Copilot called Orb. It is free to download. So instead of using that plugin, I will use the textures which will be available from that site only. So I will leave a link in the description for that earth textures. You can download them. So I'll be using them now. So first let me select the material. Come to this diffuse, click on this none set. And now let me locate the textures. So here I have downloaded all the textures from that orb plugin. So here you can see we got the maps, different maps here. So let me select diffuse first, open. And here you can see we got the texture of world here. So it is looking bit stretched. Let's fix that. So let me click on OK. So in order to fix that, click on this sphere model, come to this UV. So texture mapping is set to UV. So change it to sphere. So now it is looking okay. Nice. So now select the model once again, material once again, select the glossiness and let me load this glossiness map. Okay, nice. Now again let me select this normal bump, load normal bump here. So this is the normal map, open, fine, and let me increase the value to 500. So here we got our earth created. So now click on this OK button. So here we got our earth in preview. So in order to view this in 3D space, we need to create a camera layer first. So go to this layer options, new, create camera and preset, let it be 35mm and hit OK. So now if I select this unified camera tool, I can rotate the earth here. So let me zoom this up here like this. Fine. So now let's see how we can make this earth rotate. So for that, let me go to this element. Now select this model, right click, aux animation, set it to channel 1. So now we got this model in group 1 and the model is set to aux animation channel 1. Nice. So now hit OK once again. So now come to this group 1. Since the model is in group 1, we will be working in group 1. So expand this group 1 and this earth model is in aux channel 1. So come to this aux channel 1 and here we'll get rotation options. Here we can increase or decrease the scaling if you want. So I will make it 0.95 and now come to this rotation, be on the first frame here. So we need to rotate in y-axis. So I will place it here like this and add a keyframe, or else let me be on the first frame and make it 0. So now move to the last frame and change this value to -359. So now if I play this, we can see we got this earth rotating animation. Nice. So now let's add text here. So for that we need to create a text here. So further go to this layer options, new, create a text. So first let me add a text like big news. Okay, and let me increase the pixels to 100 and let me select this big and let me increase the pixel value here so that both two texts are okay. Fine. So now hide out this group 1 also. Now come to this custom layer options, custom text and mask, and in path layer 1 select the text layer. So I have selected this layer. we can hide out this layer here. So select the element, assign it to path layer 1. So select the text layer. Now go to the scene setup once again. And now if I click on this extrude button, we will get our text here. So here you can see we got our text. Nice. So let me apply presets. So come to presets, bevels, physical, and let me use this one only. So here you can see we got this materials applied. So let me select the model, let it be. So let me reduce the scaling of this. So select this model and let me reduce this to 85, or else let me reduce to 50. So and let me place it here. So I think this is fine. Okay, and let me see this once again here. So here the text is not appearing, so I think we need to rotate the camera here. So here you can see we got our text here. So here we got the animation and we got our text here. Nice. So now let's add another text that wraps around the earth. So for that we need to add again a text layer. So go to this layer options, new, create text, and now let me add text here. So I will add subscribe. So this is the text I want to wrap around the earth. So we can hide out this layer, select the element layer. In custom text and mask, select this path layer 2, and in path layer 2 add the text. So in layer 1 we have added this big news, and in path 2 we have added this subscribe for more regular updates. Okay, so now click on the scene setup and again click on this extrude button. So here we got the same text. So select this model. So this is the subtext. So let me rename this to subtext. So select this model. So it is in custom path 1. So change it to path 2. Since our text is in path 2, we need to select this path 2. So now we got our text here. So now let me reduce the scaling to 50. So I think this is fine, and let me apply physical material. So I will select this one, drag and drop. So let me drag it out from group 1 and make it as group 2. Now right click, aux animation, set it to channel 1. Now click on this OK. So we got our text here. So in order to make this wrap around earth, first let's come to this group 2. Since it is in group 2, scroll down. In particle look, we need to enable this deform options, enable it. After that come to this bend options. It will be hide out here like this. So expand it, enable this bend option, and let me give this bend angle like 180. So we got this nice curve here, and bend direction let me change it to 90. Fine. So now you can see this is wrapped around our text. So let me reduce the scaling here a bit. So I think this is fine, and make sure to enable this center option, or else it will not be rotating at the center axis. So after enabling that, let me reduce the scaling a bit. Okay, so I think this is fine, and let me place this below. Nice. And this big text, big news, is in group 1. So come to this group 1, come to this aux channel. It is in channel 2. Channel 1 we have earth, in channel 2 we got this text. So come to this channel 2, position, I will make this here a bit. Fine. So we got our desired look now. So now let's rotate the text, this below text now. So for that we need to work in group 2 since the text is in group 2. So close this group 1, come to this group 2. So now we won't be working with aux channel 1. So directly we will be rotating this text here. So for that, come to this particle rotation. So here if I rotate this y-axis, you can see the text will be rotating here. Nice. So for that, first let me be on this first frame, add a keyframe for this y rotation. Now move to the last frame and let me make the value like 718. So now if I play this, we can see our text will be rotating much faster when compared to this globe. So now let's animate this big text also, that big news one. So it is in group 1, channel 2. So be on the first frame, come to this group 1, it is in channel 2. So come to this channel 2. So let me be on the first frame or first second in timeline, add a keyframe for this scale and make it a 0. Now move 10 frames forward, hold shift key and page down to move 10 frames forward and change the value to 1. So now if I play this, we can say we got this kind of animation here. So let's see this once again. Okay, So we can add this motion blur so that we get some motion blur while animating. So finally, let's add some optical flares. So go to this layer options, new, create a solid. Let me rename this as optical and hit OK. So now come to this effects and presets and look for optical. So select this optical flares and drop it onto this optical layer. Let me place this flares here aside and go to this options and let me select, I think, pro presets. So I think this is fine. So let me select this master prime 10 mm. Okay, and let it the render mode be on transparent. Fine. So now we got our animation done. So if you want to add flickering, you can do that. Come to this flicker and let me change the speed to 25 and amount to 35. So now if I play this, you can see we got some flickering here. So first of all, let me reduce the brightness to 50. So this is enough, I think. And finally select the element layer, come to the render settings and let me enable ambient occlusion and change the intensity to 8. So in this way we can create this kind of motion graphics in Adobe After Effects using Element 3D plugin easily. So hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new, please like, share and subscribe my channel to support me. So we'll meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.